Welcome everybody, Josh here, back again today with a brand new, I guess you could say, thoughts on series video. So today we're going to be talking about Henry Cavill leaving The Witcher. Now, I am a massive fan of the Witcher franchise. I have all of the video games. I have the first couple on the Xbox. I played a big chunk of it, and I have not actually beaten the game just because of the fact that this game is massively big in terms of the storytelling as well as the world that The Witcher inhabits. But I also picked up the books not even that long ago, and so when I found out that Netflix was actually making a Witcher TV series, I was incredibly excited. The first season came out and I actually really loved it, and then season 2 came out and I actually haven't finished season 2, mostly because of the fact that it's become basically a TV series about Ciri and Yennefer, which I have no problems with, a TV series focusing primarily on female action heroes, but at the same time it's literally a TV show called The Witcher. It's about Henry Cavill's character Geralt of Rivia, which he plays the leading character in that universe, and Geralt is a massively popular video game character. He's also been featured in games like Fortnite and other video game franchises as well in terms of fighting games and stuff like that, and I think that replacing Henry Cavill at this stage, when they've already filmed 3 seasons now, when he was slated to kind of appear in at least I think 5 seasons they're going to make of this TV series, and then season 4 they're going to be replacing him with Liam Hemsworth, is pretty much a detriment to the franchise itself. I think that season 4, once it eventually gets made and produced, is going to bomb, and I think it's going to bomb mostly due to the fact that Henry Cavill basically came out stating that they were trying to change stuff that happened within the books to kind of fit modern day sensibilities, which I think is a massive problem. I think it's a problem in the industry itself when they try and rewrite the books similar to what we've seen in Rings of Power, which I didn't even watch Rings of Power just because of the fact that I knew that the TV show was going to be bad. I knew that the writing was going to be incompetent. I knew that the people behind it were kind of incompetent at their jobs, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't even get Rings of Power the time of day. It's one of the reasons why I tried to avoid Rings of Power as much as possible, and when it came out and when everybody was talking about it, it sounded completely awful, especially given some of the clips that I've seen of it online. I think that's the same way that we have seen The Witcher become as well. Netflix has a track record, as well as Amazon, of making some not so great movies in the past as well as TV shows, and I think The Witcher TV series kind of fell off the cliff after season 1 of the show, which I really did like, and then they started interjecting their politics and political ideologies into the TV series, and that's why the TV series is currently failing. And I think that firing Henry Cavill and replacing him with someone like Liam Hemsworth, who doesn't really have that big of a box office draw, that's nothing against Liam Hemsworth. I think that he does have his fans out there, but he's not something like Chris Hemsworth or even Henry Cavill for that matter. If they got Chris Hemsworth to actually be The Witcher in the next season, I think fans could kind of get over the fact that Henry Cavill wasn't going to be playing The Witcher anymore. And I think the reason why they kind of replaced him with Liam Hemsworth because of the fact that he was a little bit cheaper. They didn't have to pay him as much as Henry Cavill, and they claim that Henry Cavill was hard to work with, that he was hard to deal with, mostly because of the fact that he was a fan of the property, he was a fan of the idea, and he wanted to make a Witcher TV series that was true to the lore and the accuracy that was featured in the books, as well as the video games, which he's a massive fan of as well. And I think that's one of the things that is a massive problem of the industries. They take these beloved franchises such as Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and these superhero genres of films, and they don't respect what came before as well as the fans within them, and they really change things from how they used to be, and that's one of the reasons why you see so much fan backlash online, kind of the reason why I'm talking about it now even in video. And I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of these studios come out attacking the fans, is because they don't really have an argument against them, and that's why they use the phobe label whenever somebody comes out saying they don't like a particular TV show even though it features a strong female lead. Now, in retrospect, I really like the Alien franchise, I really like Terminator franchise, which all featured strong female lead characters, so it's definitely not that. There's definitely been female-led characters in the past in terms of film that have all been badass, especially Lara Croft and Tomb Raider, which I do happen to like even though the movies are completely cheesy. But I think that in recent times, the whole term female lead character has been where the writers kind of write these characters as males, and one of the things that really drives people nuts is the fact they're writing male characters but making them female for the fact they want women to start behaving like men and then men to kind of behave like women, and I don't think that's going to ever happen in society. I think there's always going to be some level of pushback, and I think the reason why a lot of fans are really upset about the current state of the modern film industry is because they just want to be entertained. They want something that is a Witcher that kind of respects the fans and the lore of the video games that people have grown to love, while also doing something new and interesting within a TV landscape at the same time. And I think there's room for all of that. I think there's room to kind of have that thing where it's something new and different, but at the same time it respects what came before. And I just don't think The Witcher was doing that. I think Henry Cavill saw that, and that's one of the reasons why he kind of did that cameo in Black Adam, trying to get back into the role of Superman, which by now we kind of know was completely scrapped by James Gunn and the DCEU, and which is the reason why Henry Cavill is currently without a job. I think he kind of got hired to work on the Warhammer franchise now, and he's going to be doing that for Amazon, so hopefully he has a little bit more creative control within that franchise. But Henry Cavill was the draw. He was the main reason why I and a lot of us kind of went to go see The Witcher. He's the reason why all of us kind of went to go see the Batman and Superman movies. He's the reason why everybody kind of loves him, because he's a gamer. He's someone that understands pop culture, kind of likes pop culture, kind of like us, and he is basically like us, and that's one of the reasons why I think when Netflix kind of canned him, when they kind of fired him and let go, we kind of understood that this meant the death for the Witcher series, and I think that a lot of people are are really disappointed by the fact that they don't take the fans' considerations to heart. They don't really take the fans' thoughts and opinions to heart. And I think the reason why we see so much strife on the internet is because the studio, they don't want to listen. They don't want to think that their audience is smarter than they are. And I think one of the things that people have to realize, especially filmmakers and screenwriters, is that fans are always smarter than you believe them to be. And I think that's one of the things that Hollywood has currently forgotten within the industry, is that fans are actually smarter than they actually believe. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of these TV shows and movies such as Black Adam and Flash are failing, is because they don't respect the fans, they don't respect the opinions of the fans. That's one of the reasons why I think that a lot of stuff is going to bomb at the box office until Hollywood actually kind of makes a correction on it. So as always, guys, before this video gets too long, before I start rambling on about the current state of Hollywood and the film industry, let me know what you think about Liam Hemsworth actually replacing Henry Cavill in The Witcher. Let me know what you guys think of, Henry Cavill not coming back to The Witcher due to the negligence and the incompetence of the writers and the staff at hand. What do you guys think of The Witcher TV series as a whole? Do you like the video games? Are you a fan of the books? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, guys, rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.